Hey Grove, happy 4th. It's America's 250th celebration. I understand that can be controversial for some people. I don't really give a shit. I love America. Happy birthday, America. It's 250 years of freedom. I love our vets. My husband is a vet. My neighbor is a vet. My other neighbor is a vet. My father, Randy's father, was a vet. We have vets in our family. We have vets all around us. I don't care what anybody says. I am grateful for our vets, because if it wasn't for our veterans and our American soldiers, we would not have the freedom we have. And so that is a very touchy subject for me when people want to like spew a bunch of bullshit, because I love fucking America and I am grateful for our veterans and I'm grateful for our military and I will support them tooth and nail. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I love our veterans and I know what they've been through. I don't want to tear up. My best friend, her husband is a veteran, her son is a veteran, and you know what? I will go to war with anybody who wants to come against our veterans, our military, and America. Now, our government kind of fucking sucks, let's be honest. In a lot of ways, I'm not condoning, left, right, center, or nothing. I'm my own business. However, I love America and I support our veterans and I support our military. If that's something that you don't, then you can just roll on off the page. I don't really give a shit because I stand on my convictions and I know what my husband went through. I know what my friends' husbands went through, her kids, people, my dad, my neighbor, all these people, my several neighbors. I love America, and I'm going to stress that I cannot stress that enough. I love America. I love our military. I love our veterans. I'm grateful for it. I'm not so happy with our government on all parties, but this is not a political platform, but I love our veterans and I love the military. So happy fucking July 4th, 250 years of freedom, and that's it. Happy fucking celebration of 250. So I digress. This is black goji berries, which is the reason I wanted to talk to you guys was goji berries, because Randy's starting to harvest their red goji berries. This is black goji berries. Black goji berries are different from red goji berries. They have a lot of the same medicinal properties, but the black, which is a deep purple, is loaded more with antioxidants, even though the red goji berries, which is technically wolfberries, a lot of people know about, that is your goji berries. And black goji berries are phenomenal. Out that way, I have black and red goji berries that's growing. It's overgrown because we're old and we haven't gotten to that area yet. But I do have some red goji berries that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to talk to you about red goji berries. We have boards. My calendula guys, I'm really excited. I've done really good with harvesting. I have a bunch. Randy is the gardener. He's the green thumb. He's been watering all morning long. My back has been completely out. So I've been laying on ice all day. And yet last night, ice and heat. And just guzzling tinctures. Just to let you guys know, I've been taking white peony roots, kava, I call it kava, but it's known as traditionally kava, valerian root, wild lettuce, reishi mushroom, catnip, and I think that's what I've been like guzzling. My back has been spazzing out and locking up on me. It's been horrible. Ice, heat, all night long last night, and even this morning I woke up, I was still in the bed, but I'm up. I've saturated my body with herbs and I'm able to get going just for a moment. But anyway, I digress. Black goji berries. I did really good with my calendula. I've been harvesting. They're Randy water, like I was trying to say earlier. So like those right there, they can't be harvested because they're wet, but these are ready to go ahead for seed, and these are ready to go for seed. Now, when I do my capsule pull for the medicinal, I will be adding some seeds that I do harvest. It might not be a lot. It might be like a random thing that you get. I cannot guarantee anything because I am not a seed store, but I can say to you in all authentic honesty, these are organic heirloom seeds. I've done everything I can. And so if you get calendula seeds and your capsule pull, when you do a mystery capsule pull, these are truly authentic. And I'm doing my best to like serve you guys and serve myself. Family always comes first. And there's more borage. And the borage is out of control. These are my, even though it seems like I'm doing a garden tour, I'm really going to get to the goji berries. But this is, what are these? These are Italian red radishes, Sicily radishes from Baker Creek Seeds. And they're going to seed, so I'm letting them go to seed. We've done a lot of harvesting. Feverfew, I've been harvesting like crazy, as you can see. They're going crazy. These are my black crumbs. God, we love some black crumbs. That one's not looking pretty, but these are just 2 that we have. Randy, we got what? Would you say how many tomatoes we have? 51 tomato plants. Good Lord. We got 51 tomato plants. These we started back in February. These green pepper plants, my pepper plant seeds, for whatever reason, did not want to start for whatever. So we ended up having to buy some green pepper plants because bell peppers are Randy's favorite. And so they're doing pretty good. Enough that I can probably dehydrate, you know, to throw in some omelets and stuff like that, or spaghetti or whatnot. That one is just sitting there just minding its business. It just doesn't want to do anything. Strawberries, I want to talk real quick about strawberries. I'm going to get to Goji's, I promise. That we have a lot of like flies and shit, bugs. We got a lot of cow farmers around us, so you know we have a lot of bee and fly trap, bee and wasp and fly traps. But anyway, these are Baker Creek Seeds. These are heirloom strawberries. Randy comes through and harvests these daily. I'm putting them in the freezer so I can make some strawberry jam this season. Strawberry is like my absolute favorite. These are store-bought strawberries that we planted a couple years ago, and they're doing great. I mean, you know, I'm not worried about them at all. But these are not actually, these large ones are not your traditional strawberries. If you do your research on strawberries, they're not. Strawberries is, okay, everything I say to you is educational purposes only. I am not a doctor, excuse the mess. I am not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm none of those things. My dogs are wild. The gate is open. And that's their little hood. I put a blanket there to kind of block the shade. But anyway, they are, everything I say is for educational purposes only. There is nothing that I'm saying, educational purposes. I'm not a doctor. I'm nothing. Okay, so this is also, I think, black creme. Unfortunately, I lost all my notes and stuff. I normally keep them in a book, but anyway. So we have a ton of tomatoes. And this is only 5 plants here. And they are in the abundance. I mean, they are in the abundance here. So this is 5 and 2 in the garden. In the greenhouse. And this is just out here. This is just out here. This is what I call zone 1. This is zone 1. So we got mulberries that we need to plant. There's another tomato. And then my wild lettuce. Look, you know I'm lazy, so everything's turning yellow. So I'll harvest from here up. I only get that little bit because that's all. Might gather those leaves, but everything's starting to die out. I've got to get proactive and harvest all my wild lettuce because I'm so far behind. This, I don't know what this tomato is. Probably black creme if I put it here. I do know that this is a rainbow tomato that we got from a local gas station that sells plants. This is something, I think this is Brad's Atomic. I'll see when it comes out, but this is the heirloom seed from Baker Creek. Guys, I'm sorry this video is so long. I'm getting there, I promise. But anyway, this is an elder. So we use this. It's got some strawberries in there. But these are elders that we actually get from over there by the chickens that I've shown you guys before. But this is an elder. We start starters, and when they get good and ready to go, then we'll take them out and we'll plant them in the earth. And then I've got, of course, you've seen my videos on marshmallow. Here's more marshmallow. This is more marshmallow. We got it everywhere. Daggone burdock coming up. here's some dill. But anyway, these are things we still have to plant, and we're going to do a video on that. So here's St. John's that I started from seed, and this is wormwood I started from seed, marigolds bought from Lowe's, and this is a lemongrass I started from seed, and a borage. A friend came by yesterday, and she forgot them. If you're listening, you forgot your borage and your lemongrass. But anyway, we've got to get them planted. Back to Goji Berries. Back to Goji Berries. Sorry, you hear my air conditioning unit going. So Goji Berries. This is the Goji berry that we started. Sorry, we didn't start. We got the plant in, I think it was 2018. And she was sitting in a pot for years. And when we moved in here fall of 2020. So our first summer when we bought this house was 2021. And in 2021, I had all kinds of plants and, berries and all kinds of stuff that I actually, just left in pots. And I was kind of seeing what they liked and where they wanted to live and what was going on. Well, this particular goji berry, you can see, and Randy's been harvesting the goji berries, but this particular goji berry, every time we moved it from this space, which is odd, because if you see all the trees here, it gets a lot of the afternoon shade. Goji berries typically are sun-loving plants, which up there, which is a damn madhouse up there. We had a ice storm a couple years ago in Valentine's Day. I guess it was 2024, and that tree came down, destroyed everything. The power lines. It hit my apothecary way over there, if you can see, and it just did mass destruction. It was wicked. So 2024 was a rough year. Last year, was it 24 or 25? God, I can't even fucking remember. But anyway, last year we didn't do shit. It was like barely like surviving, trying to get that big tree and all these trees taken care of, and the garden went to fucking chaos. And so anyway, out there where you see that mullein right there, right there, I have a bunch of mullein that I'll do a video on. There's a bunch of goji berries, raspberries, blueberries, all kinds of stuff. But I digress. We're going to get back to goji berries. Goji berries is what I want to talk to you guys about. If you are in a zone that you can grow goji berries, grow them. We're going to talk about the medicinal properties of goji berries. So goji berries are loaded, and I mean loaded, with antioxidants. Now let me go back. I think I just dropped something or a bug fell. This particular plant we got in 2018 where we used to live. It was in a pot. We kept it here in this area because it seemed to love it. Every time we moved it, it got angry, it got mad. We put it back here. Finally, we planted it. And this year, it has, every year before, it has produced and produced. I just let it go to seed. I let it mind its business. But this year, we're starting to harvest because it is doing fantastic. It has flourished. Unfortunately, this black trellis right here, Lowe's doesn't sell it. Imagine that, right? But because what I wanted to do was, look at Frady's over there, girl. I had wanted to take and trellis this here, because here, which we'll do another video on, I have got another plant in here that has stopped flowering. But this right here is my astragalus, which that's another video we'll do, because I didn't know everything was going to take off the way it was. Because when you garden and you're doing medicinals or plants or whatever you're doing, whether it's vegetables, fruit, medicinals, flowers, all the soil, your land, your sun, everything is so different. So if you're watching somebody and they're saying, oh, you have to do this, you have to do, okay, listen. Everybody lives in a different locality, even within a state. I'm in Virginia, and I'm in Southwest Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains. So what I do is going to be completely different from back home, where I'm originally from, that's 4.5 hours away, because they're flatlanders. Yes, I said it. They're flatlanders. And they do not have the climate or soil that we have. It's like ginseng. Ginseng is native to this area. That's why it sells high price in this area, which is another video we'll go through. But anyway, I digress. Point is, all plants are native to a specific area. So what one will do might not do for another. And so, you know, everything's a life lesson learned with all of us. So anyway, this is astragalus. And she's a beast. She's become a beast. She is so happy here. I put her in high sun, which they say she's supposed to be. And she is not. She is a root harvest and traditionally known to help with your immune system, along with other things. The Cancer Institute did a study with her for her root properties. And the National Cancer Institute did a study that during chemoradiation, it will boost your survival rate. Again, educational purposes only. It will boost your survival rate up to 50+% taking astragalus root along with chemoradiation, because it helps. Is that thunder or a plane or a jet? What was that? We have a lot of stuff that come through these mountains in the sky. But anyway, she boosts your white cell count. And she's phenomenal. And I love her. I have her planted in several different locations. My dogs are going psychotic. But anyway, she's in here in this pot. And she is not very happy, because you can see, although we are in a drought and we do water, we try to be cautious with our watering. But anyway, let me get back to Goji Berries. So let me do this real quick, because the video is getting long and I apologize. So Goji Berries, loaded with antioxidants, absolutely loaded with antioxidants, phenomenal traditionally for eye health. If you, again, I don't want to hear anything about MLMs. I used to use Young Living years back, and then first I used doTERRA, then I used Young Living, and I went back to doTERRA because I had a bunch of dreams. And, you know, the universe, the creator, whoever you want to say it was, told me to leave Young Living, go back to doTERRA. But I've used every other essential oil possible when I had my storefront. And I'm telling you, for me, doTERRA is the best. Young Living is excellent. But the dreams I had and the things that was revealed to me, I just personally walked away from Young Living. Young Living is good, and they have a drink and whatnot, and it's called Wolfberry, which is Goji Berry, which I'm gonna digress on all that mess, and I'm gonna tell you, Wolfberry is a phenomenal eye support. And I say eye support and eye health. Now, bilberry, which I wish I could grow and get some plants here. Bilberry is phenomenal traditionally to help with like cataracts and eye support, where goji berry is going to traditionally help with eye support. But I'm going to tell you guys, it's loaded with antioxidants. I will make tinctures. We will take tinctures, but we also will take, I will infuse it with different, like a haba butter, not the oil, a haba butter. If you don't know about haba butter, I would definitely look into haba butter. But I will infuse goji berries with a haba butter, curcuma butter, which is from the Garcinia plant, which we make Garcinia tinctures, which that will be, we don't grow, that's a whole nother video of Garcinia, but curcuma butter comes from Garcinia, the Garcinia plant, and but I use goji berry, excuse me, I'm burping, I apologize. We use goji berry, or Brooke uses, use goji berry, and skin anti-aging, face care. Most all my skincare products that I make for the face, anti-aging, wrinkles, free radicals, all those things, I'm going to have goji berry in it. And I'm going to have Garcinia fruit, and I'm going to have curcuma butter, and I'm going to have a haba butter as well as haba oil. So research those things. But this is goji berry. So eating it fresh, eating it in yogurt, eating it dehydrated and eating it raw, fresh, dehydrated and all that. It is one of the most beautiful antioxidants you can actually consume in your body. I have a whole bunch this year. God, I cannot express to you guys the gratefulness that I have with all these goji berries. I don't know if I'm just going to be able to have enough to give to my dogs and for us to eat. I got to research goji berries with my dogs, but for the antioxidants. But I don't know if I'm going to just have enough, because it seems like I'm going to have a lot, but really when you start harvest harvesting them, and these are the purple flowers. That is what's going to produce. It's going to turn green, and then it's going to turn pretty red. Now, the black goji berries are more potent antioxidants. They have a more potent property. But anyway, my video is 20 minutes and 6 seconds, and I apologize. ADHD, I'm really excited about how much our goji berry is producing. If you have followed along this long, I just ask that you hit like and comment or something, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. But I was really super excited, and you know, I got all excited because my dogs are going crazy. Mandrake Earl, get off of Stella. Look, I have a 9-year-old Yorkie, and even though my girls are fixed, they produce some kind of hormone, and I apologize for that, but I can't edit. Anyway, I digress. That is horrible. Anyway, get you some goji berries. If you can't grow them or anything, go to Mountain Rose Herbs. I'm not affiliated with them at all. It's just, again, as I've said 1,000 times, and I will continue to say, is a trusted source that I use, and I've been using them for over a decade for medicinals and stuff. They sell dry goji berries, and you can easily make a tincture, or you can make an oil infusion for skin health, and as well as eye support and antioxidants and free radicals and all that stuff. So I love you guys. I appreciate everyone who follows me, and I appreciate everybody who actually like listens to all my videos and my crazy. But goji berries, get yourself some. Love you guys. Happy 4th. Have a beautiful, safe day. Stay hydrated, because it's hot as hell in America. I have no idea where it's at in the rest of the world, but it is hot. It is hot. Stay hydrated. Love America. Love your freedom. Be grateful. Live in gratitude. Live in joy. Live in peace. And tell everybody else to kiss your ass, because life is just not worth it. Be true to yourself and just live. Have an awesome freaking day.